Yes, dear friends, greetings to you all. Today we come together under the shadow of yet another unfolding crisis. Tensions between India and Pakistan, simmering ominously for weeks, have now erupted into violent confrontation. The world watched in alarm as India launched missile strikes targeting Pakistan's Kashmir region, under the banner of counter-terrorism. 26 Pakistani civilians, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, have been killed. According to Indian officials, these were precision strikes, directed solely at what they describe as terrorist infrastructure. They claim no military targets were hit. But on the ground in Pakistan, the grief is real, and the message is clear. This was not just a tactical operation, this was an escalation. Today we'll try to make sense of this. What does it mean for South Asia, and the world, and why now? Let's begin by acknowledging a hard truth. India is struggling. Despite its bravado, the imagery emerging from the region tells a different story. Technical misfires, intelligence flaws, and devastating losses. We'll come back to those details shortly. I won't dive deep into the full historical context of India-Pakistan relations tonight. That's a separate story for another time. But for now, let's remember this. The last major clash was in 2019. And back then, India's performance was deeply troubling to its own leadership. Which brings us to the core question, why has India suddenly become so aggressive, so emboldened? The answer, in part, lies in Israel. Since 2019, India's military strategy has been reshaped behind the scenes, coached and armed by its increasingly close ally, Israel. Alongside support from the United States, especially among globalist factions, India has been assured that this time it would be different, that this time it would not falter. But this is not just an India-Pakistan conflict, this is a piece of something far greater. What we're witnessing is a proxy battle. On one side, Pakistan and China, on the other, the US-Israel-India axis. This is part of the broader hegemonic struggle to contain China's rise, a mission that has become central to Washington's strategic doctrine. And yet not everyone in Washington is on board. Donald Trump, now in his second presidential term, has shown clear discomfort with these developments. He prefers economic warfare, not military entanglements. But despite the Oval Office, it's the deep state, the Pentagon, entrenched advisors, and security institutions, that truly steers America's foreign policy. As with his first term, Trump is finding himself isolated once again. Why has India turned to missiles and media manipulation? We are seeing what analysts now call hybrid warfare. India's campaign against Pakistan isn't just about bombs. It's about cutting off water supplies, controlling media narratives, and executing psychological operations with help from Israeli-aligned Western outlets. Even more dangerously, India is accused of engaging in fifth-column activities, planting internal unrest within Pakistan's borders. This isn't sudden, it's the result of a 5 to 6 year preparation window during which India, backed by Israel, quietly built the capacity to strike in unconventional, asymmetric ways. Let's rewind even further. Back in the 1950s, India was one of the few countries openly critical of Israel. Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru refused to invite Israel to the Bandung Conference in 1955, supporting instead the Palestinian cause and aligning with Arab nations. Today, that India is gone. Modern India says yes to almost every Israeli proposition. It's not just a political alliance, it's a full strategic alignment. From weapons procurement to intelligence sharing, the Indian state has opened its doors to deep Israeli military influence. But how did that transformation happen? Over decades, Israel systematically built influence within India's defense and political circles, infiltrating radical groups and embedding operatives. The blueprint was familiar. We've seen this model before. Israel's involvement with the PKK-YPG near Turkey's border followed a similar playbook. Assassinations, misinformation, redirected blame. Whenever a figure tried to expose these links, they were silenced. And the public? Fed a diet of confusion, Iran this, Saudi Arabia that, while the truth was buried under propaganda. But now, the mask is slipping. Israel's fingerprints on India's current aggression are increasingly obvious, and others watching closely, the implications are alarming. Let's fast forward again to the post-Nehru era. After Nehru's death in 1964, Israel found a green light to deepen ties. Their strategic advisors planted the idea that India's survival in the Himalayan standoff with China depended on adopting Zionist-style military structures. And today, with Narendra Modi, those seeds have bloomed. His administration is deeply Islamophobic, echoing decades of cultivated ideology. A small country like Israel has managed to leave its mark, not just on the Middle East, but on the very soul of India's foreign policy. But here's a key point that often goes unnoticed. India is not a military nation. Historically, many of the Indian subcontinent's most formidable armies, especially during the Mughal era, were led by Turkic dynasties. When Pakistan was formed in 1947, much of the military heritage, the warrior identity, and the Urdu-speaking martial tradition went with it. Today, Pakistan is the real inheritor of that military legacy. With its nuclear arsenal, developed under the resolve of Abdul Qadir Khan, Pakistan has made it clear it will never be subdued. Even if we eat grass, Khan once said, we will build the bomb. India, despite its investments in weapons and software, continues to appear scattered, incoherent, and poorly coordinated on the battlefield. And last night, those flaws were exposed. According to verified sources, Pakistan downed 5 Indian aircraft, 3 Rafale jets, 1 Sukhoi, and 1 MiG. The Indian media tried to deny the losses, but Reuters and independent visual evidence confirmed the grim reality. Most stunning of all, a French-made Rafale, India's prized fighter, was shot down by Pakistan's Chinese-supplied J-10, a 4.5-generation jet equipped with advanced radar and beyond visual range missiles. This isn't just a tactical win, it's a symbolic one. Dassault Aviation, the manufacturer of the Rafale, has already seen its stock prices tumble. If the downing is officially confirmed, it would shake confidence in European defense systems, and potentially redirect billions in future contracts toward non-Western suppliers, including China. We're seeing history repeat itself. Much like Japan's victory over Russia in 1905 redefined Asian geopolitics, China's battlefield tech is now proving its mettle in live combat for the first time. The J-10's radar system, with detection range beyond 300 kilometers, paired with advanced missile tech, is changing the game. And Pakistan's response wasn't just about jets, electronic warfare, cyber warfare, psychological warfare. Pakistan was ready, and it showed. Chinese-supported tech parks in Pakistan played a critical role in intercepting, jamming, and launching retaliatory strikes. Some analysts have even dubbed it the first truly digital battle in South Asia. Ironically, at the same time last night, Ukraine launched a cyber attack on Russian facilities, thousands of kilometers away. Coincidence, perhaps? Or perhaps a signal that the future of war is digital, unmanned, and global. Elon Musk has often claimed that manpower will soon be obsolete in warfare, replaced by unmanned systems and AI-directed platforms. We've already seen this in Nagorno-Karabakh, Syria, Libya, Somalia. And while India is undeniably a giant in software and IT, it remains woefully uncoordinated in military tech implementation. So what we saw last night wasn't just another India-Pakistan skirmish, it was a test of Chinese systems versus Western systems, a tech proxy war, waged over Kashmir, and it may very well shift global military procurement patterns. In summary, India, guided by Israel and the United States deep state, has escalated a regional rivalry. Pakistan, backed by China, has not only retaliated, but exposed India's vulnerabilities. The battle became a showcase of Chinese high-tech warfare, potentially changing global defense calculus. We'll continue monitoring developments, separating fact from noise, and bringing you clarity in the chaos. Until then, stay safe, stay sharp, and may peace prevail. Good night. Before you go, if you found this analysis insightful and want to stay updated on global developments like this, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive like this one. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your take on the India-Pakistan conflict and the broader global power shifts at play? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's open up the conversation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.